So it's now been a week since Liverpool re-signed Mohamed Salah to a new contract that will pay him £350,000 per week, plus bonuses on top of that. And there have been a lot of critics that have come out since Salah signed this new contract, saying that Liverpool were foolish to give an aging player such a big deal. One notable pundit, Gary Neville, talked about how Liverpool shouldn't have given Salah this new contract based on his age and based on the amount of money that Liverpool will give out over the next 3 seasons to Mohamed Salah. Now, Gary Neville seems to forget about, and a lot of critics seem to forget about, that Manchester United gave a then 36-year-old Ronaldo a £500,000 a week wage packet just last summer. So there seems to be a bit of a rule for you and a rule for other teams from these critics this summer. Now, I thought that on this video, it would be a good idea to go over the 3 reasons why Liverpool have re-signed Mohamed Salah, and we can put to bed the criticisms of Liverpool re-signing Mohamed Salah for the next 3 years at £350,000 per week. Now, the very first reason why Liverpool have re-signed Mohamed Salah for such a large fee for the next 3 seasons is the goals. Simply put, the goals that Salah scores are vital and very important. He has scored 156 goals in 254 matches for Liverpool during his career. And he's also added 63 assists, so there is this goal machine that Liverpool are keeping for the next few seasons. Now, go out into the transfer market and look for a player who can replace Mohamed Salah, because you're not going to find it, and if you can, it's not going to be cheap. 120 of Salah's goals come in the Premier League. So again, it shows the consistency that he is able to give Liverpool on a weekly basis. Now, since arriving from Roma in 2017, he has scored 19 or more goals in each of his seasons. So each season, Liverpool have gotten 19 or more goals from Liverpool. This is something that teams all over the Premier League are looking for. A goal scorer who's going to score you 19, 20, 21 goals a season, because again, goals do not come on trees. These are things that goals are in short supply from players in the Premier League, and teams would be desperate. There are teams desperate for a 19 goal scorer a season, a 19 goal a season scorer. So keep in mind that last season, only 2 players in the Premier League scored 19 or more goals. One was Mohamed Salah and the other was Heung-min Son, and the 2 players shared the Golden Boot. So these goals just don't show up, and those goals are the reason why Liverpool have re-signed Mohamed Salah for £350,000 per week. Now, the second reason Liverpool have given Mohamed Salah this new contract is his durability. Salah is extremely durable and can be counted on from week to week, match to match for Jurgen Klopp's team. If you look at his injury record, Salah missed just 1 game from the Premier League in 2021-2022, and that game was against Southampton towards the end of the season. Of course, he did miss a couple of games due to the AFCON that was taking place in January, but that was not due to injury. The injuries have been few and far between for Mohamed Salah. He has missed very few games, and Liverpool can count on him to be fit and healthy. He takes very good care of his body. He's doesn't have the vices that some players do. There's no the drinking. There's no other extracurricular activities outside of football. Mohamed Salah, like Ronaldo, takes very good care of his body. He's dedicated to training. He's dedicated to getting better as a player and as a person. And for this reason, he is extremely durable. And this durability goes with him getting better and better. During the 2019-20 season, Salah scored 19 goals. Now, that was his lowest total as a Liverpool player in the Premier League. And since then, he has scored 22 and 23 goals respectively in the last 2 Premier League seasons. So his body is durable, he's getting better, and as Jurgen Klopp has said, we haven't even seen the best of Mohamed Salah yet. And as we see his goal totals going up, well, maybe he's correct. Now, the third reason Liverpool have re-signed Mohamed Salah for this new contract is, well, you can't replace him. It's very difficult for teams to find a player of Mohamed Salah's quality and goal scoring quality just lying around for the price that you can get him for. Now, if you look at Mohamed Salah, if it was easy to replace him, then Liverpool would have replaced him already, and other teams would have players of similar ilk. Now, it can be argued that Roma, who sold Mohamed Salah back in 2017, have only recently replaced those goals that Mohamed Salah gave them, and that was with Tammy Abraham, and they spent around £40 million for him, and it took 4 years to replace Salah. Now, if you look at his salary and his contract, he's going to make £350,000 per week, and that comes to about £18.2 million per season. And if if you tally up the 3 seasons on that salary, that's £54.6 million over the course of 3 seasons. Now, I ask you, how many strikers can you go out right now that can score you 19 or more goals a season and buy for £54.6 million? Because I don't think there are many, if any, that you will be able to go out and sign. And then also add in not just that £54.6 million, add in the salary on top of that, and add in any agent fees and bonuses that will go to that player. So you're not going to be able to find a player who can fit right in, score 19 or more goals a season for Liverpool for that price. And it's a fantastic job that Liverpool have re-signed Mohamed Salah to this contract. And I know in previous videos I was saying, well, you know, if he wants to go, if you didn't cash in on him, go ahead and let him go and let's move on. But at the end of the day, having Mohamed Salah come back to the Reds for 3 more seasons is the right thing to do. Now let's compare Salah's contract and his wages to other players around the Premier League. Well, you've got Erling Haaland, who will be coming into Manchester City this next season, and he's going to be making £375,000 per week. And if there is a knock on Haaland, well, it's his durability and it's his unproven, and it's him being unproven in the Premier League. And then we've got Ronaldo, who is now 37 and on £500,000 per week. So anyone who is criticizing this Salah contract is really not looking at anything else besides this being a Liverpool player. And it does truly show that Salah doesn't get a lot of respect from pundits and critics out there in the football sphere. Yes, there are a lot of people who do give him that respect he deserves, but there are plenty who look over Salah as just a product of Jurgen Klopp's team. Now, I just want to take a little look at some of the other wages going around the Premier League, because I'm looking this up in my notes. Looking this up for my notes, I was a bit shocked about some of the wages for Premier League players during the 2021-2022 season, and you might be too. If you look at the 12 highest paid Premier League players, Salah is Liverpool's only entrant. So again, Liverpool doing very well with their money and not overspending on players. Now, if you continue to look at this list, there are 5 of 12 players who play for Manchester United, and you can see that they're obviously not getting value for their money. Liverpool so far have. And if we break this down just a little bit more, and something that I was really shocked about is the fact that Jadon Sancho is on the same wages per week as Mohamed Salah right now, which absolutely blew my mind. Sancho being on the same wages as Salah shows how much of a steal Mohamed Salah is for Liverpool, with the way that Sancho played last season and the fact that he was basically a transfer bust for Manchester United. And, you know, it shows that Liverpool are running their club very well, and they're putting their money into players that are proven and that are scoring the goals that are needed or providing the assists for the goals. So I think what Liverpool have done has been brilliant in keeping Mohamed Salah there. And again, like I said before, full disclosure, I had said in previous videos, you know, let Mohamed Salah go if he wants to go. Go ahead and cash in on, bring in some cash, and let's go somewhere else. But Mohamed Salah didn't want to leave the club. He wanted to stay. He just wanted to be rewarded for what he's done and what he can do. And for that, I think Liverpool have done a great job. Now, just sticking on this bit of, him not being replaced, again, a lot of people have criticized Liverpool for giving out this much money and changing their wage structure for it. From all reports, the locker room is happy with Salah being rewarded for this, and because he's important. Liverpool need him and need his goals. And if you look at FSG's other sports entity, their other big sports entity that they own, the Boston Red Sox, Salah's salary is almost in line with the top player there at the Boston Red Sox. Chris Sale is paid well more than Mohamed Salah is during the season, pitcher for the Boston Red Sox. So FSG do have the money to do this, and they are willing to give a player, a star player, a player that they need. They're willing to give him the salary that that player deserves and that player commands in the salary market. All right, guys, let me know what you think about the 3 reasons that Liverpool have re-signed Mohamed Salah and made him the highest paid player in club history. Guys, thank you so much to everyone for subscribing to the channel recently. It's been fantastic. It's really, the numbers have been going up great. If you followed this channel back when I started it, it was mostly talking about football kits, Liverpool football kits mainly, but I've expanded it more to be in line with some of the other work I do and the Liverpool Reds FC blog. So guys, thank you so much for subscribing and watching the videos. And if you can share on social media, that would be great to help me grow the channel, because that helps tremendously. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about subscribing and helping me grow this channel. And of course, always, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up and like it. So guys, I will see you next time here on the channel, and down below in the descriptions, you will find my social media handles. So follow me there on Instagram, Twitter, and wherever else. And I will see you guys next time here on Liverpool Reds FC blog.